أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome everyone to today's class. Thank you all for arriving on time. I hope you are all ready by having your wudu done and having your heads covered with a scarf or a tuff.
Yes.
We are going to start inshallah with our daily dua. Can I please have a student to help me with this?
Assalamu alaikum. A1193.
A1193. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good.
Good, alhamdulillah. Okay, we are going to start with our daily dua, but before we do that, we are going to recite our Dawud and Tasmi, okay? If you please follow behind me and everyone at home follows behind me as well, okay? So, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the accursed.
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the accursed.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the ever merciful.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the ever merciful.
Okay. And then starting prayer, the one that I've highlighted. رب اشرح لي
رب اشرح لي
صدري
صدري
ويسر
ويسر
لي
لي
أمري.
أمري.
Excellent. Can you do the translation for me?
Lord, expand my mind and make my task easy for me. Taha 26 to 27.
Well done. Jazakallah for your help. Jazakallah for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay. So the rule that we're going to look at is a new lesson today. We're going to look at miscellaneous rule, and in particular, the rule that we are going to look at is called Alif Zaida at the end of words, and I've highlighted.
Sorry, Baji, can I just pause you 1 second? Can all students not unmute themselves, please? I'm not too sure how you're able to do so, but it's causing some technical issues. So I'd appreciate if you don't unmute yourself. Jazakallah. Sorry, Baji. Continue.
That's okay. That's okay. Jazakallah. Okay. So the rule that we are going to look at in particular is Alif Zaida at the end of words, okay? So let me explain what that means. Some of the words in the Holy Quran contain a blank alif after a mutaharrik letter, either in between or at the end of a word. And today we are going to focus at blank letters at the end of a word. These are the words that we will focus on today, okay? Now, when these blank letters appear at the end of a word, you must make sure that we do not pronounce them, okay? We don't pronounce these blank alifs. These alifs are called alif zaida. That's excessive alifs and are usually marked with a cross on top of them or a scorn, okay? And in the Holy Quran, usually alif zaida is also written in the margin, okay? So let's have a look at a few examples. You can see, for example, here in number 1, you've got this word, and here in red, you've got this alif with a cross on top, okay? Now this is an alif zaida, okay? This is an excessive alif, okay? Now, if I was reading this word in continuity, I would read it as أو يعفو. Okay, that's how I would read it if I was continuing it, if I was not going to pause after the vowel. However, if I was pausing, say I'm pausing after the vowel, I would read it as أو يعفو. And I would pause, take a breath, and then I'd start continuing and read the rest, okay? So, can I please have a student to help me with this exercise?
Assalamualaikum. 1198.
A1198?
G. I'm unable to. Oh, Assalamualaikum. A1198. Are you there?
Okay. Maybe we can try A1198 later on again.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a problem on your side.
That's absolutely fine. So we go to A1195.
Okay. A1195. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Alhamdulillah. That's great to hear. Okay. So we are learning a new rule today. It's called Alif Saida. And I've gone through this first example, but can you recognize why this alif at the end might be an Alif Saida? Yeah.
Because it has a cross on it.
Excellent, well done. So can you have a go at reading? So if I was reading this word in continuity, I would read it as this, okay? In fact, so do you want to have a go at reading this word?
Oh yeah. Fua.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah. Fua.
Excellent, well done. That was good. So if you were reading in continuity, you would read it like this. Have a go at reading this.
Oh yeah. Fua.
Which is excellent. This is exactly how you read it before. We were ignoring the alif. However, so this is how I would read it in continuity, meaning if I was going to continue to read and not take a pause after the vowel, I would keep reading on, okay? However, if I was pausing after the vowel, I would read it like it is here. So do you want to have a go at reading this word?
Oh yeah. Fu.
Good, well done. Just one thing. Good, good. You have to prolong the fa sound because after the fa there is a vowel mud. Okay, so the correct way of saying this is oh ya'fu.
Oh yeah. Fu.
Good, well done. So you made sure you prolonged it, okay? So that's the difference between reading in continuity and when pausing, okay? This alif is ignored, okay? Jazakallah for your help. Can I please have the next student?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you hear me?
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I haven't actually muted that.
Okay.
I think the student has unmuted themselves. Reminder, can you not unmute yourself? It's causing confusion here, please.
Discipline in charge, if you just give me a second, if I try to mute all and then unmute you, okay?
Okay.
Just give me a second to try to do that.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Hopefully this should help.
Could you make G1 in charge as co-host, please? She's requested. I'm just going to try and attempt to fix this problem.
Sorry.
If you're unable to, no worries. We can move on and see how we get on.
Yeah, okay, please.
Yeah?
Yeah, Jazakallah.
So N1282 now has the mic.
N1282. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah for asking. If you are learning a new rule, it's quite simple. Can you tell me in this letter here, can you spot the alif zaidah?
The alif at the end.
The alif at the end, this is the alif zaidah, okay? And when this appears at the end of a letter, do we produce that sound?
No.
No, we don't. Okay. So let's have a look at how we would read it in continuity. So have a go at the word that I just underlined.
Umalitatlu.
Okay, let's break this up. Let's read it up to this meme that I've highlighted.
Uma.
Good. Umamun.
Umamun.
Okay, now because the lam has a shadda, we know that we need to join this meme and this lam, okay? Do you know how to do that? Join the meme and the lam?
Mali.
Well done. And can you have a go at reading the rest? Starting from the ta.
Tatlu.
Tatlu. What's at the end?
Tatluva.
Excellent, well done. So let's have another go at reading this. Do you want to have a try at reading this all together?
Umalitatluva.
Excellent, well done. That was well read. Just make sure that your fatha, dhamma, and kasra are equally long, which is just 1 second, okay? Your meme here, uma, your meme was a bit longer than 1 second, okay? So, umalitatluwa.
Umalitatluva.
Excellent. So this is how you would recite it if you were not going to pause here, if you were not going to pause after the vowel. However, if I am going to pause after the vowel because I'm out of breath, or I just want to take to stop for a minute and take a breath again, I would read it how it is here. I've just underlined it. Do you want to have a go at reading it?
Umalitatlu.
Good. Yeah. Why did you say that again?
Because there's a vamata.
Oh, good. Well done. So you recognize that there's a vowel mudda, so you have to make the lam sound longer. Well, I would just, that was good. Excellent for realizing that. Just make it a little bit more longer, okay? So have another go at saying this and make the lam sound a little bit more longer.
Umalitatlu.
Excellent. Well done. Jazakallah for your help. That was very well read. Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz. Can I please have the next student for the next line?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
It's N1302.
N1303?
302.
2. Okay. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah for asking. Have a look at the word here in number 3. Can you spot the alif zaidah?
The alif zaidah is at the end of the word.
Good. And it has a cross on top of it. So in the Quran, this is how it will appear, okay? It will appear like this with this alif and it will have a cross on top of it, okay? Now, when this appears, what do you need to do? Are you going to recite the alif, or what are you going to do? What do you know needs to happen?
He's not going to recite it.
Good, well done, well done. So, if you were reading it in continuity, you will read it how I've underlined it. Do you want to have a go at reading it?
Yes, please. Lanadwa.
Excellent. So this is how you would read it. This is how you would recite it if you were not going to take a pause after the vowel. However, if you were, you would read it how it is written here. Do you want to have a go?
Lanadwa.
Good, well done. Yeah, what were you going to do?
Make the wow and the ain longer because it's a wow mother.
Well done, excellent. I was just about to point that out, that that the ayn sound needs to be a bit longer. Well done for realizing that yourself. Can you have another go at at reciting this, bearing in mind what you just said?
لن ندعو.
Excellent. Well done. Well done. Mashallah, very well read. And I'm glad you realized your mistake and you were able to correct that. Well done. Jazakallah for your help.
Jazakallah. Excuse me.
Yes.
Could my sister have a go of reading it?
Okay, so inshallah, she will have a go, but for now, it was your turn. Inshallah, she will have a go later on, okay? If not today, sometime soon during the week, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz. Okay, can I please have the next student for the next line?
N1311.
And 1311. Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, alhamdulillah, that's great to hear. Okay, can you have a look at word number 4? This alif, do you remember the name of this alif? With the cross on top?
No.
No? Okay, it's called alif zaida. Okay, can you say that? Alif zaida.
Alif Zaida.
And basically, all that means in English is that this is an excessive alif. There's an extra alif that is written. It's just written, but it's not actually sounded out. Okay, when you read this word, you will not say the alif sound. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all that it means. Okay, so in the Holy Quran, when you're reading, you might sometimes see this word, and you'll see it with this alif with a cross on top. And that's just how you write it. That's just how it is. But you don't read it, okay? You don't read the alif. You ignore it. It's a silent letter. You don't say it, okay? Okay. So can you have a go at reading this word here that I've just underlined? Excellent. Well done. Well read. Now this is how you would read this word. If you were reading in continuation, if you were not going to take a break after the vowel, if you were not going to pause, if you have a long breath, inshallah, then you can read a longer verse. But if I did need to take a breath, if I did need to pause, then this is how I will read it, where I've underlined just now. Do you want to have a go?
Okay.
Yeah. What's the letter after the lam?
Yarbu.
Good, well done. So you did realize that the letters, which is perfect. Just one thing, after the ba, what letter is after the ba?
Wow.
Vowel. And is a particular type of vowel. Do you recognize what type of vowel this is? It's a vowel madda, okay?
Okay.
And and how you know that this is a vowel madda is because when you've got a vowel and you look at the letter before the vowel, now that the letter before the vowel can be any letter, doesn't matter if it's a ba, a ta, tha, jim, any letter, okay? But if it has the sign on top of a dhamma, does the vowel in this case have a dhamma sign on top? Is the sign on top of the ba dhamma?
Yes.
Yes. So because the sign on top of the ba is a dhamma, this vowel has become a vowel mad, okay?
Okay.
It's all because the letter before the vowel has that sign, the dhamma sign, okay? That's why this vowel has become a vowel mad, and that means that when you read this word, you have to make the ba sound 2 seconds long, okay?
Okay.
So do you want to have another go at saying this? And remember to make the ba sound 2 seconds long.
Okay. Ribaliyarbu.
Excellent, well done. Mashallah, well done, well read. Jazakallah for your help. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Can I please have the next student for the next line?
A1198 now has the mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
Good. How are
Fine.
you?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah for asking. Okay, we're going to look at the word number 5. Can you spot the alif mad? Alif saida
It's at the very end with a cross on top.
with the cross. Excellent. Now, this is how it will appear in the Holy Quran. Okay, you will see it with an alif with a cross on top. Okay. Now, when you see this, what do you need to do to the alif? Are you going to read it?
No.
No. Good. You're not going to read it. It's an excessive alif. You're not going to read it. Okay. So, if I was going to read that word in continuation, how would I read it?
So you would read it
Yeah.
as at the end, you know where it has the wow?
Yeah.
It certainly, if you know it's in continuity.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would read it.
I would read what?
The wow at the end.
Good. Well done. So have a go at saying this. I've underlined it as well for you.
Wala killi
Good.
yab luwa.
Good. Excellent. And if I wanted to pause after the wow because I'm short of breath, how would I read it?
So the wow would be a silent letter and it has sukoon on top of it.
Okay, have a go at reading that.
Wala killi yab lu.
Okay. There's actually a rule that is taking place over here. And we've covered this rule before. Can you see after the lam there is a vowel? Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I know this rule. So
Yeah.
it has to be prolonged.
It has to be prolonged for how long?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. And can you tell me why?
It's because you know alif, wow, and ya. Those are letters which are supposed to be prolonged. For example, if it was lam with an alif and alif at the after the lam, it will be
Yeah.
ah.
Good, well done. So in this case, there is not an alif, there's a vowel. So why do I have to prolong the lam?
It's because there's a wow.
There is a vowel, but more importantly, the letter before the vowel, what sign does it have on top of it?
Josm.
It's not just...
Sukuzum. Sukoon.
No, on top of the lam. The vowel has a sukun on top of it. What does the lam have on top of it?
Zamma.
A dhamma. It's because of the dhamma sign on top of the lam on the letter before the vowel. So the letter before the vowel in this case happens to be a lam, okay? The important thing here is that the lam has a dhamma. It's because of this dhamma and then there is a vowel that we have to prolong the lam. That's why this vowel became a vowel mad.
Okay.
It's because of this dhamma, okay?
Okay.
Good. So have another go at reading this.
Wala killi yab lu.
Good, well done. Well done, Jazakallah. Okay. Jazakallah for your help, mashallah, that was great.
Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Can I please have the next student?
Assalamualaikum. A1225 now has the mic.
A1225. Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
Good.
Good, alhamdulillah, that's great to hear. We're going to look at word number 6 over here. and this is how it will appear in the Holy Quran, okay? Yeah? Can you remind me, what is the name of this particular alif at the end with the cross on top?
Masila?
Alif Zaida.
Alif Zaida.
Yeah, that's what it's called, okay? Okay, this is called an alif zaida, and basically all it means is that this is an extra alif, okay? It is written, but you ignore it, okay?
Okay.
You don't pronounce it when you're reading it. So if I wanted to read this particular word in continuation, how would I read it? Can you tell me?
Wanabluva.
Okay, good. So you'd say the vowel sign, but remember, what sign is on top of the lam? Do you recognize the sign that's on top of the lam? It's okay if you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know, that's all right. So on top of the lam, the sign that we have is a dhamma. Can you say that? Dhamma.
Dhamma.
Okay. And do you remember how long that sound should be?
1 second.
Good, well done. It is 1 second. So when you just read it the first time round, your lam sound was a bit longer than 1 second, okay? So it's really important that we make sure that our fatha, and in this case there's a dhamma, there's no kasra, but our fatha, dhamma and kasra are all equally long, which is only 1 second. If you make it longer than 1 second, you are actually changing the meaning of the Arabic word. So we have to really pay attention to the timing that we give to all our letters, okay? So have another go at reading this word, and just make sure, because last time you made the lam a little bit longer than 1 second, just pay particular attention to making sure that the lam is just 1 second long.
Wanabluva.
Excellent, well done, well done. Now your lam was 1 second, as was your noon and ba, well done. And if I wanted to say the same word, but I wanted to pause, how would I read it? And I'll underline it.
Wanablu.
Excellent, well done. The fatha on the vowel would change into a sukoon, and that would therefore make this vowel a vowel mad, and that means I have to make the lam long. So well done. Recognizing that, well done. Jazakallah for your help. Allah Hafiz. Can I please have the next student for the next line?
Assalamu alaikum. And 1289.
And 1289. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah for asking. So we're going to look at word number 7. Do you remember the name of this alif at the end?
No.
Okay, it's alif zaida. Do you want to say that?
Sorry?
Alif zaida.
Alif Zaida.
Okay, that's what it's called. And all it means is excessive alif, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already read the Quran once, but I haven't seen that in the Quran.
You haven't?
No, I finished it once, but I've never seen that in the Quran before.
Okay, it is actually in the Quran. And you can see here, we've given references here at the end after each word. So what I would suggest after this class, have a look through the Quran, look at all these things that I'm highlighting here. So look at, for example, chapter 18 verse 15, or chapter 30 verse 14, or the one that you are going to do, number 7, is in chapter 76 verse 16, and that's where you will find this, inshallah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the references are all down here, okay, under the references, okay? You can find all the ones that we are doing today, all of these ones that we are doing today, they are actually in the Quran. So just have a look, they are in there, okay?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. So This particular word, if we were reading it in continuation, how would we read it?
We'll read it. Qawarija.
Excellent, well done. And if we were going to pause, how would we read it?
Qawari. Qawari.
Good, well done. Okay, well done. So you saw that before the ya there is a ra with a kasra, therefore you made the ra sound long and you said the ra sound. Okay, so you said qawarir, which is excellent. Now for this particular word and some other words in the Holy Quran, which I'm not going to mention right now, but you'll see in later lessons, there is an exception, and it's the Sunnah, the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, used to read it as qawarir, like this, and he would also read it as qawarira. Okay?
Yeah.
But in this particular word, you can read it in both ways, okay?
Okay.
So even though you can see over here that there is alif with a cross on top, it is okay for this word to be read as qawarira, for this alif to be pronounced, okay?
Okay.
But that's only for some words, and this is one of those words, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So have another go. So can you read to me once again how both different ways that we can read this word?
Qawarir.
Good.
Qawarira.
Excellent. You can read this word both ways, okay?
Okay.
Jazakallah for your help.
Jazakallah.
And do make sure you have a look at the references and find these words in the Holy Quran, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Jazakallah for your
I
help.
love this.
Allah Hafiz.
Jazakallah.
Can I please have the next student?
Sorry, go A1227 now has the mic.
Sorry, is that A1127?
Sorry, yes.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you tell me your ID really quickly?
Teacher.
What is your ID?
It's A1227.
A1227. Okay, Jazakallah. Okay, assalamu alaikum, A1227.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Mexico.
Alhamdulillah, that's great to hear. Okay, we're going to look at word number 8, and this is how it appears in the Holy Quran, okay?
Okay.
Do you know the name of this letter at the this alif that I've highlighted at the end? What do we refer to it sometimes?
Alif.
Yeah, we call it alif zaida, excessive alif. It's an extra alif. And when you see this alif, are you going to pronounce the sound?
No.
No, good, well done. So if I was going to read this word in continuation, how would I read it? I've underlined it as well for you. Do you want to have a go?
Kawa.
Yeah.
Havi.
Yeah.
Wa.
Good, well done. Do you want to have another go at reading this once more?
Kawaviwa.
Excellent, well done. You made sure that you prolonged your vowel, your ra. Well done. So this is how you would read it in continuation. So if you were not going to pause, this is how you would read it. If, however, I was going to pause, how would I read it? And I'll underline how you should.
Kawa.
Yeah.
Vi.
Okay. At the end, there is a ra sakin. So how I would say this is qawarir.
Kawavi.
Dir.
Vi.
I need At the end, because there is a ra here at the end, I need to hear the ru sound, okay?
D.
So have another go. Qawarir,
Sawawi.
dir. Okay,
We.
okay. That was good. Keep practicing. I just try to make sure that at the end, because there is a ra there, a ra sakin, I need to hear the ru sound at the end, okay? Okay, so keep practicing. Mashallah, well done. Jazakallah for your help. Allah Hafiz.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Can I please have the next student on the next line?
Assalamualaikum. And 1283, where is the mic?
Assalamualaikum.
N1283, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay, Jazakallah. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah for asking. We're going to have a look at word number 9, okay? This is how it appears in the Holy Quran, okay?
Okay.
Can you tell me can you spot the alif zaida in this particular word?
The end one, the alif zaida
Alif zaida, that's
at the
what's good.
end.
Yeah, that's
which
what
has
we
a
were.
cross on the top.
Well done, good. Can you tell me how would you recite this word if you were going to read it in continuation? I'll highlight it as well.
Samuda.
Okay, good. Just one thing I want you to have a look at is look at the meme, and after the meme there is a vowel, okay?
Yes.
This is a particular type of vowel. Do you know what type of vowel this is?
Is it those letters that have alif and waw and the ya
Yeah.
one that you have to prolong for 2 seconds?
Yeah, well done. So this is a vowel mud. And do you know the reason for that?
Is it because they are being by themselves and there's nothing behind them?
Okay, not quite. So you can see the vowel, okay? This
Yeah.
vowel becomes a vowel mud because the letter before, what is the letter before the vowel?
A meme.
A meme, okay. Now, it's a meme in this case, but it could be a bar, it could be a ta, it could be any letter, okay? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what letter is before the vowel. As long as the letter before the vowel has the same sign on top. And do you know what sign it is?
It's a dhamma.
The dhamma sound. So the letter before this vowel could be any letter, as long as the letter has a dhamma sign on top of it, this vowel will become a vowel mud.
Okay.
Yeah, and that means that's why I'm going to make this meme sound 2 seconds long.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I have another go at reading this word, making sure that we prolong our meme sound because of the vowel mud.
Okay. Samuda.
Excellent, well done. And if I was going to pause after the dal, how would I read it?
Samud.
Good, well done. Jazakallah, very well read. Jazakallah for your help.
You're welcome.
Jazakallah, Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz. Okay, we have finished this exercise, so what I will do is we'll continue to practice this more. So we'll start again from number 1. Can I please have another student?
Assalamualaikum. Nasirat 1305 now has the mic.
N1304. Assalamu alaikum.
05.
05, sorry.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
Good. How are you? Good.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah for asking. We're going to have a look again at number 1. Okay, word number 1. And this is how it would appear in the Holy Quran, okay?
Okay.
Do you know what we refer to this alif at the end? Do you know what we refer to it as?
You don't pronounce it?
I don't pronounce it good. Yeah, so it's called an alif zaida, excessive alif, and you basically don't read it. Well done. So if I was going to read this word in continuation, how would I read it?
أو يأفوه.
Good. Just one thing to focus on is, what is the sign on top of the fa?
I don't know.
Okay, that's okay. The sign on top of the fa is actually a dhamma, okay? Do you remember how long that sound should be?
1 second.
Good, well done. It's 1 second. Good. It is 1 second. So when you just read this word, you made the fa sound a little bit longer. So have another go at reading this word, and just make sure that your fa is just 1 second long.
أو يأفوه.
Good. Your fa is slightly still long. I'm gonna read it and you recite it after me, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. أو يعفو.
أو يأفوه.
Good, well done. Good. And if I was going to read the same word, but I was going to pause after the vowel, how would I read it?
أو يأفو.
Good, well done. Jazakallah, that's great. Well read, mashallah. Jazakallah for your help.
جزاك الله. الله حافظ.
Allah Hafiz. Can I please have the next student for the next line?
A122 who has the mic.
A122.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Can you quickly remind me of your ID?
A1221.
Okay, Jazakallah. A121. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, that's great to hear. We're going to look at word number 2 again. So this is how it will be written in the Holy Quran. And at the end, there is this particular letter in red with a cross. Do you know what we refer to it as?
We'll stop there.
You can stop there, but I can also continue. I don't have to stop there. But this alif with the cross, will I recite it?
No.
No, we won't. We won't recite it, and it has a cross on top. So it's easy to identify that this alif we will not recite, okay?
Yeah.
Good. So if you were going to read this word in continuation, so we're not going to pause after the vowel, how would we read it? Tat. Good. So Uma Mulli Tatluwa. Okay, let's do it up to the lam. So I'll highlight the lam. Okay. So we're going to read it up to the lam and you repeat after me, okay? Uma Mulli Tatluwa. And now let's try to read it all together. Uma Mulli Tatluwa. Good, well done. And if I was going to say this word, but I was going to pause after the vowel, how would I read it? Uma Mulli. Good. Tatlu. You are saying it correct. You have to make the lam long because of the vowel mad. Okay. Uma Mulli Tatlu. Good, well done. Jazakallah for your help. Allah Hafiz.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz. Can I please have the next student for the next line?
And 1272 now has the mic.
And 1272. Assalamu alaikum. N1272, can you hear me?
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Is this N1272?
Yes,
Okay, great. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah, jazakallah for asking. I'm going to ask you to help me with word 3.
Okay.
So this, in the first box, you can see how it will appear in the Holy Quran. Yeah. At the end, after the waw, there is an alif mad, okay? There is an excessive alif. When I'm reading this word, will I say this excessive word? Will I read it?
You will not read it.
I will not read it. Excellent, well done. So if I was going to read this word in continuation, I was not going to pause after the waw. How would I read it?
لن ندعو
Excellent, well done. And if I was going to pause after the waw, how would I read it?
لن ندعو.
Good, well done. Jazakallah, that's great. Jazakallah for your help.
Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Can I please have the next student for the next line?
Assalamualaikum. A1210 now has the mic.
A1210. Assalamu alaikum. A1210. Assalamu alaikum.
Sorry, that's A1210.
A1210. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, perhaps we'll come back to him.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next one. A1212.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Okay, who do I have here? I've got 2 students.
Adin.
Okay.
Only one student finished the course.
Yeah. So, sorry. Which student did you say? Did you ask
It's
for?
A1212.
A1212. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good.
Good. Do you by any chance have another sibling who's also
Yes.
attending? Okay. For now, it's only you who I need help from. Inshallah, your sibling will inshallah get another chance to have the mic. Okay. Is that okay? Okay, jazakallah. So we're going to look at word number 4, and this is how it appears in the Holy Quran. Okay, with this alif at the end. Do you know what we call this alif?
Alif Madda.
Oh, it would be alif madda. However, this alif has a cross on top of it. What do you think it might mean then?
It's not gonna pronounce it.
Yeah, it's an excessive alif. It's an extra alif. Yeah. So we're not going to pronounce it. You are right. If there was no cross on top of it, we would prolong it because of the alif.
Okay.
However, because there's alif with the cross, we will ignore this. Okay.
Okay.
But this is how it is written in the Holy Quran. So if we were going to read this word in continuation, I was not going to pause after the vowel. How would I read this word?
Rabbi Ali. Ya Rabbi.
Okay, let's have another go. Look at the first letter here. Yeah. So, yeah. Good. So, have a go at reading this behind me. Ribaliyarbuwa. Good, well done. And if I was going to say this word, if I was going to pause after the vowel, how would I read it? Okay, good. Oh, what did you do at the end there?
The vowel turned into a vowel madda.
Good, well done. And that means what do I need to do to the bar sound? How long do I need to make it?
Yeah, you add an extra second.
Good, well done. Good. Have another go at reading this word.
Ribali.
Yeah,
Boo.
excellent. Well done. That's very good. And you realised that you had to prolong the bar because of the vowel mud. Well done. Jazakallah for your help. That was great. Can I please have another student for the next line?
And 1274 now has the mic.
N1274, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah for asking. Okay, we are going to look at word number 5, and this is how it looks like in the Holy Quran. Okay, there is a alif zaidah at the end, an alif with a cross at the end. Okay, now if I was going to read this word in continuation, I was not going to pause after the vowel. How would I read this word?
When wala kin yabluwa.
Okay. You're right in that I would read the va sound as normal. Just two things. Your lam you made quite long, and the lam only has a kasra underneath it. How long should a kasra sound be?
1 second.
1 second, and yours was a bit longer than that. Same goes with this other lam that has a dhamma. Again, a dhamma sound is only 1 second as well, and yours was a bit longer than that. So have another go at reading this word, and remember that your fataka and dhamma are just 1 second.
Okay. Wala kili wala kiliya yabluwa.
Good. Luwa, make sure that your vowel isn't long. So I'll read it once and I want you to read after me, okay? And pay attention, especially to how long I make my fataka sandama sounds, okay?
Okay.
So, walakin liyabluwa.
Wala kiliya yabluwa.
Excellent, well done. And if I was going to pause after the vowel, what would happen to the vowel?
The fatha will change into a sukoon.
Well done. It will change into scorn. Well done. So have a go at reading this if I was going to pause after the vowel.
Wala kiliya yablu.
Good. Well done. Well done. Jazakallah for your help. With that, we will finish this lesson. So we've looked at alif zaidah. That's an alif at the end of a word and it has a cross on top of it. It comes in writing, however, you don't pronounce it. When reading it, you don't pronounce it, you ignore it. In continuation, if you were not going to pause after a word, you would read the signs of all the letters and you would ignore the alif side of the excessive alif. However, if you were going to pause, for example, as you would in this, looking at word number 1, this middle left, I was going to pause after the vowel, then the fatha on top of the vowel would change into a scorn sign. And if this becomes a vowel sakin, I have to look at the letter before, which is a fa, and it has a dhamma, then that means that this vowel has become a mud letter and I have to make it long. And how I would read it is oh ya'fu. I would make it long because of the vowel mud and then I would pause, okay? I wouldn't say oh ya'fuwa, okay? That's wrong. I would say that only if I was going to continue and not pause. If I'm going to pause, I would say oh ya'fu and pause, okay? So with that, I'm going to quickly set you your homework. Your homework, let me just make this a little bit bigger for you, for tonight is the miscellaneous rules that we were looking at. So the Alif Zaida, it's the exercise that we practiced today, exercise 22.1, and the page reference for that is page 63. Okay, if you have a hard book, it's page 63. Okay, with that, we're going to move on to our finishing prayer. Can I please have a student for that?
It's Nasirat 1311 that has the mic.
And 1311, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Okay, we're going to recite the finishing dua, but before we do that, we're going to recite our thousand tasmiyah. So if you repeat after me, please. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the accursed.
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the accursed.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the ever merciful.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the ever merciful.
Okay. Allahumma
Allahumma
hamni
hamni
bil Qur'anil azim
bil Qur'anil azim
waj'alhu
waj'alhu
li imaman wa
li imaman wa
nuran wa hudan wa rahmah.
hudan wa rahmah.
Jazakallah. And can you do the English translation starting from O Allah?
O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Jazakallah. With that, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.